Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for another assistive technology or iOS accessible app video. And we're revisiting an app I covered a while back on the channel, and this is a great time to revisit it for a couple of different reasons. We are taking a look at the Envision AI app, and it is available both for Android and iOS. And there's a couple of reasons I wanted to cover this. Is like I covered it a while back and I thought it was okay, but I still kind of preferred Seeing AI. For those unfamiliar, Envision is an app that is similar to Seeing AI in its functionality. I call these kind of a camera multi-tool kind of an app where you can recognize text, you can recognize colors, barcodes, people, objects, all kinds of different things. And especially on Android, it's 2022. I can't even remember when Seeing AI first came out, like 18 or maybe even earlier. And if Microsoft has not put that out on Android yet, you know what? At this point, they're probably not gonna. Um, and until now, Envision has been a subscription-based app where you could buy like a monthly subscription. I think they had a yearly subscription, and then they had a lifetime subscription. And it was like 50% off for a lifetime subscription, so I bought it a couple of years ago. But now Envision is free for everybody. So just like Seeing AI, you can go download it in either Google Play or the iOS App Store for free, and you can use its full functionality. And according to the developers, they have also improved some of your text reading speed and accuracy and things like that. And so they've done a lot of under the hood updates and changes. They do regularly update this app quite a bit. Admittedly, like I said, I haven't used it too much in recent years just because I've kind of have my own workflow where I typically will use Seeing AI, or I'm a big fan of Voice Dream Scanner because I can just scan I can take a picture of something and then boom, it's saved right into a folder onto my phone, and then I have it saved, and it's just one of the things I really like to do with it. So let's open up Envision, and I have not tried it, so this is going to be literally a fresh or a blind look at this 2022 update. I think it was late July, mid to late July, I believe, when they switched it over to being a free app. So we are going to have some fun and see how it does. Go through some of its modes, some of its features, and let's find out
Envision.
how Envision is. Okay, we are in it.
Envision magnifier button.
I'm using this on my iPhone 13 Pro Max. And when you start out, you're on your text tab. So across the bottom, you have
Tab bar selected, red tab, 1 of
Read
5.
tab,
Identify tab,
Identify,
tab, 2 of 5. Find tab, 3 of
Find,
5. Find glasses tab, 4 of 5.
Glasses,
Bio request a free demo of the Envision glasses. Settings tab, 5 of
and
5.
Settings. Let's go into Settings really quick.
Settings tab.
Just that way you can kind of see what's in here. Let's see. So we've got
You are currently reading in English button.
Reading language, self-explanatory.
Language detection automatically read the text in the detected languages.
So that's good if you're reading some multilingual documents, especially if you speak multiple languages. That's a nice thing to have.
Out detection, red columns, layout detection, red columns in the right order and speak out whenever a heading is detected. Turn off for vertically written scripts.
Okay.
Search button on.
So that's cool. You have some column detection. You can adjust how you want those to read. You can turn that on and off for columns.
Speech button.
Got speech settings.
Color detection button. 3D touch Siri shortcuts button.
Got some Siri shortcut stuff here.
3D touch shortcuts button. Data sharing
Data sharing.
Data
Okay.
sharing. You are consenting to anonymously share your data with Envision for the purpose of share with friends button. Write a review on App Store button.
And write a
Rows
review.
8 to 18 about Envision button.
Okay.
Rows 1
I
to
do
10
want to
about
really
team,
quickly
account,
look
tutorials button.
at. Oh, okay. I wasn't all the way at the top.
Account details button.
So we have our account details. You can register with Apple. You can do, I think, with Google. And I just signed up via email, like way back in the day. And then literally, it's funny that I'm recording this video today, August 1st, because this is totally not intentional, but I just looked at my account information just for the heck of it, and it was literally to the day, August 1st, 2019, when I subscribed to, or when I got this. So that's kind of a funny coincidence, but
tutorials button.
And it's cool they have tutorials in here. That's kind of a neat thing.
Give feedback button.
And we have a give feedback button as well.
Dark mode, switch button.
We've got
on.
dark mode.
Processing sound, play a waiting sound after scanning text. Switch
So
button.
you can
on.
turn that on or off. Some people like that. Some people found it annoying. So you can choose.
Reading language. You are currently reading language detection. Automatic layout detection. Speech button.
I want to see what's under
These
here.
settings are only for non-voiceover speech. Changing these settings will not affect voiceover speech. Heading.
Okay, so if I want to use this without voiceover, yeah. Okay, so
voices button.
And you have the rate
speaking
here.
rate, voices button.
And
Arabic
just because
button. Arabic check button.
Okay, so you can
Speech,
choose the
back
English
button,
there.
speech.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to leave that alone
Voices
because we're going to
button.
use voiceover for this.
Speech button.
And let's go back. Let's
support heading tab bar red tab.
Go back to our read tab. And in the upper left-hand corner of this tab, I think it's only in this tab,
magnifier button.
We have a magnifier button, which if we turn that on and off, we'll have a slider down the left side of the screen where we can zoom in and out. And then below that, there is an invert color. So I haven't tried using this really as a CCTV just because I use my regular built-in magnifier app as a CCTV. But hey, you know what? If you're low vision and you want to use this as a kind of a CCTV and reader type of camera app all in one, hey, go for it. And then you have reading in English,
read preferences button,
and then your
Choose
reading
preferences
preferences. That's basically where you get like your, some of the things that we saw in the full settings menu where you can change the column layout and stuff like that. But let's try reading something, shall we?
Instant text button.
So above your tabs on the very bottom, you have a few different things under, like when you go into each tab on the bottom, right above that you have some kind of larger buttons that you can do. So
instant text button.
Instant text,
scan text button.
Scan text,
capture a doc library button.
And then your library. So instant text is like your short text mode in Seeing AI, where as soon as you turn that on, it is going to just, whenever it sees text, it'll blurt it out right away. And then your scan text is where that's more of your document mode, where you actually want to take a picture of like a full page and have it read aloud. So let's go ahead.
Instant text button.
Let's try this.
Speaks out text instantly.
Let's see how good it is.
Selected. Get started. That you're enrolled in a Health Partners plan. A few simple
Damn,
steps
that's
to
fast.
set yourself up for success. Go into your online account or use the My HP app. I'll get real-time access to your personal
I'm going to put something else in front of it here.
Place. Get started at lthpartners.com/sign up now. Have your Envision Ai card handy. You'll need it to sign up. It a nurse in your contacts for 24/7. Instant text.
Let me turn it back on again.
Selected. BUROER helper GHESEBURGER Makar WS. Try with hot to DGS instead of ground beef serving suggestion and large to show detail hamburger helper cheeseburger macaroni real cheese.
Okay.
1-3 cup
there we go. So I had a product. So it read the product, the information on the product on the back. And we'll get back to that because I want to see if it'll recognize the barcode and if it'll give me some extra info, like Seeing AI will sometimes do.
Scan text button.
Let's do scan text. We've got our little Health Partners flyer that's on my desk.
Scan text button. Scan text.
Okay, let's see what it says.
Long, dense and complex pieces of text. This feature works by first taking, automatically or manually, a photo of the text that you want to read. After processing, it is opened in the reader where you can scroll through paragraphs at your own pace. This feature is ideal for reading official documents, letters, menu cards, and more.
Okay.
Continue.
Let's do it.
Take photo. All edges visible. Hold steady.
Oh, okay, we're on auto.
Let's get started.
That was fast. Okay, so
play button. Selected. Pause. Now that you're enrolled in a Health Partners plan, take a few simple steps to set yourself up for success. Log on to your online account or use the MyHP app. You'll get real-time access to your personal health plan information in one easy place. Get started at healthpartners.com/sign up now. Have your member ID card
That
handy.
was
You need it
really
to sign up.
fast.
Selected and put in play.
Okay, that is really fast, I got to admit. And I think it's doing, at least for the document mode and some of this reading, I think a lot of this has been transferred from, it used to be on, like, processed via the cloud, if I remember correctly. A lot more of that is happening on the device now. And if that is the case, you can absolutely see how well that is. I mean, I literally, I held it, it said hold steady, and I was going to try to go take the picture, but I didn't even have to. I had it on audio, it found all the edges, and boom, it was there. The other thing that I like is it does preserve, like I'm looking at this visually, and it's preserving a lot of your actual paragraph format. It's not just a chunk of text. And let me see if I touch up here where the top line is.
Let's get started.
Okay, so it's not really bigger, but it's supposed to preserve, like if it recognizes something as like a more bold or larger, it's supposed to recognize like headings and stuff. This is pretty good. I'm kind of curious what it'll do with the back of this box. I'm just, because this has got all kinds of craziness on it, I'm kind of curious what it's going to do. And I don't know if it's upside down. I don't know if it's right side up, but we're going to find out.
Back button.
Let's play with it here. Okay, so
Take photo button.
let's, I wonder what it's going to think of that.
All edges are visible.
Yeah, they are. You're just confused. Let's just,
take photo button.
I'm just going to take a photo.
Taking photo, processing.
Let's see what it comes up with.
Play button. Selected. Pause. Quality. Follow the cooking directions. Refrigerate leftovers. 1 lbleanr. You will need hot water 70 cups. Cook ground meal in 10-inch skillet over medium-high heat 6 to 8 minutes. Breaking up and stirring. Drain. Return cooked meat to skillet. Stir in hot water. Milk. Sauce,
okay,
mix and selected.
So it was really fast. And it got a large portion of it, but I noticed something right away that sounded way off. Let me see if I can find it if I export it by touch here.
Hot water, 70 CUPS. Lines. Speaking rate lines. Words. Hot water, 70 CUPS.
I don't think so. Yeah, 70 cups? Good God, man. Are you trying to make a bathtub full of this crap? No. Water, let's see, I just made, I think, no, I didn't make this the other day. I'm trying to remember what well, I guarantee you it's not 70 cups. You're going to put some milk in there. You're going to put some water in there. I mean, that was just blatantly 70 cups. I think not. I'm curious if I scanned it again.
Back button.
If it would give me different results.
Take photo button. Single scan selected.
I'm gonna
take photo button.
Oh, and you can do batch
Single
scan,
scans.
yeah.
Batch scan button.
Yep.
Take photo button.
I'm gonna go a little
Single
bit
scan
closer
selected.
this time.
Taking photo, processing. You will
That is fast. Let's read it again.
Play button selected. Pause. Hot water. Cook. Cook ground meat in 10-inch skillet over medium high heat 6 to 8 minutes. Breaking up and stirring. Drain. Return cooked meat to skillet. 2 stir in hot water, milk, sauce mix and pasta. Heat to boiling. 3. Simmer reduce heat. Cover. Simmer 10 to 12 minutes, stirring occasionally until pasta is tender.
Okay.
If not selected, pause. But
so it didn't.
6 hot water.
Okay, 6 hot water.
Will need 6 hot water. Cook. 6 hot water.
Yeah, it said milk in the direction. So it still didn't do a perfect job of getting the ingredients, but to be fair, a lot of apps are going to have trouble because, I mean, if you look at, let me just bring it up on the camera again. Like you're looking at it and they're like little pictures, and like you've got like a picture of a cup of milk. You've got a picture of a cup of water, and then you've got like a little draw or little picture of a pound of hamburger. I can totally understand why it's not quite figuring that out. But where I want to test this really is with the product barcode feature that we're going to look at in a little bit. And I don't even know where the barcode is on that thing, but we're going to find out in a moment. So let's go back and
Library button. Loading Envision Library. Back button. You don't have any documents in your library.
right.
Tap on the import button to import your first file. Heading.
Oh,
The files in your Envision library are saved locally. Uninstalling the app means that all your files will be deleted.
okay. Now I wonder one thing that I would recommend adding if they have not done so already, and if in case I missed it, it would be cool if they supported iCloud on iOS and your Google Drive on Android. Because let's say that I save something, let's say that I do want to start saving stuff with this app because it is doing a really good job overall. Um, I don't want like, oh, I get a new phone, I want to carry those documents over. So please put some sort of iCloud sync, in your iCloud drive or something so that, if I have multiple devices, I could bring these up on my iPad. Or, like I said, when I get a new phone, I want to carry forward some of these documents that I might have saved in my library. That is one thing that I would definitely recommend, unless it's already there and I just haven't seen it yet. But yeah, and it looks like I don't know for sure, but I think you might be able to, like, you can import images to it. I'm not sure if you can do PDFs. I can't remember. You might. I think it's mainly images. Someone can leave a comment below if you know if it can do PDF files. But like I said, for that, I typically use Voice Dream Reader because then I can just shove the PDF right into whatever folder I'm working in Voice Dream. That is a wonderful, wonderful feature of that app. But nevertheless, you can import images, so you can, somebody sends you those stupid images, you can scan
Back button.
those. Let's go back
Back button.
and
Instant text. Tab bar. Identify. Tab.
identify. Let's identify some stuff.
Describe scene. Button.
Okay, describe
Captures a photo
scene.
and describes the scene in front of you.
Let's take a picture of my desk over here.
Describe scene. But selected. Describe scene. Dimmed.
Ooh, it's thinking.
Probably a desk with a computer on a table. Describe scene. Button.
I always get a kick out of all these apps do it. Seeing AI does it too. A desk with a computer on a table. They just do not understand relationships on, like, you could say a desk or a table, but I don't think a desk is on top of a table, people. I mean, it's just all these apps do it. So it's not just Envision. It's one of those AI quirks that just amuses me to no end. Some of the way they do that.
Probably save with description. Button.
No, let's see.
Describe scene. Button.
Let's
Captures a
see.
photo and describes the scene in front of you.
I'm gonna take a picture of my
Describe
drum
scene.
set in my
Button.
office
Selected.
chair there.
Describe scene. Dimmed. Looks like a desk with various items in the room. Describe scene. Button.
No, but sure, whatever. All right.
Detect colors. Button.
Detect
Detects
colors.
the color that appears in front of the selected. Gray.
It's brown, but okay.
Pink.
No.
Dark green. Gray.
Eh.
Brown.
Now, to be fair, I
Teal.
have my light on over here,
Purple.
but it's not
Brown.
like super light in here.
Light green.
Again,
Selected.
I'm gonna
Detect colors.
these work as toggles, so when you turn them on, they go on, and then you can turn them off. Color detectors, you kind of have to figure out your own lighting scheme to when it's more accurate for you. And even then, colors are one of those things that you're just not going to be able to necessarily get, accurately. It really depends a lot on your lighting. You want to be well lit, evenly lit. That is going to make a big difference. And even then, it can come back with some kind of goofy things. But, there you go. Hopefully that will work for you. But like I said, try it out. Try it with some things that you know what colors they are so you can kind of get it, you fine tune your lighting so that you can feel that it's at least fairly accurate.
Scan barcode button.
Scan barcode.
Selected.
Here we go.
Scan
okay.
Barcode.
So I'm going to take this hamburger helper. Yes, I know what it is, but let's say that I didn't. What side is it on? Is there a barcode over here? I'm just going to slowly... It should kind of tell me... No, it's not there. How about here? Is it there? Oh.
Betty Crocker hamburger helper.
Okay, but can you tell me what variety it is?
More information button.
More information.
More information. Back button.
Okay.
Celebrating petting. Link. Image. Google search button. Search. Shopping. Link.
Oh.
Betty Crocker chicken helper. Fettuccine Alfredo. 8.7 ounce. Hamburger helper sweet barbecue. Pasta. Hamburger helper trademark. BettyCrocker.com. Heading level 3. Link.
So...
Main menu. Pop-up button. Menu. Back button.
Okay, I don't
Back
know
button.
that I like that.
Describes.
It comes back with... Let me scan the barcode again. Come on. I know you were on this side. Come on. Oh, it's not enabled. Huh.
Scan barcode. But selected. Scan barcode.
Okay, let's try that again.
Betty Crocker hamburger helper.
So that's okay, but odds are I probably knew that was hamburger helper. I wanted to know, is this cheeseburger macaroni? Is it beef pasta? What flavor is it? And the thing that I like about Seeing AI is that when you go to the more information, it's not just a Google search. It actually, I don't know where it gets its database info from, but it will try and come up with that particular item's like information. So especially for kitchen stuff, it's really handy because you can get like the nutrition information, the cooking instructions. You remember when we tried to scan the back of the box, it was it read the instructions okay, but it really didn't read you what your needed ingredients were. Like I still don't know how much milk and water I need to put in. So, if I go to,
More information.
I know for a
information.
fact, like I know
Back
this
button.
is like cheeseburger macaroni because we saw it earlier when we read the back of it or the front of it there. But see, now we got something totally different. Now it comes up.
Title of hamburger helper. Variety pack of 9 crunchy talk. Title of Betty Crocker hamburger helper. Deluxe beef stroganoff.
See, that's not helping me because none of these are the item that I actually scanned. So I don't know if the barcode itself is so vague that it just goes, well, this is hamburger helper barcode. It doesn't, but I don't know if and I didn't think to grab anything else with a barcode.
Heading not found. Scan barcode. Selected. Scan
I don't know.
barcode.
I wonder if my iPhone box has a barcode on it? Does it? I don't have anything else near me that no, I don't think we can. I don't have another product because I thought that would be a perfect, like, hey, I want to know I know it's hamburger helper, but
Selected.
what
Scan
is it?
barcode.
What flavor is it? So that one I would still have to give the leg up to Seeing AI on that. I think like it still has trouble finding some things, but I think it does a better job giving you the detailed information and not just throwing up a Google search. Because let's say that I thought, oh, beef stroganoff, and I thought it was beef stroganoff, that really wasn't going to help me. So I probably could have found like I could have found out what it was by reading the box, but you saw how it had a little bit of trouble with that picturey part right up here where it showed the ingredients that were needed. Your however many cups of water, however many cups of milk, and your 1 pound of ground beef. It, yeah, I would like that to be a little more fine tuned for the product mode. Give me a little bit more specific information and not just have Google guess and throw up, hey, here's a variety pack, here's some alternate stuff. Now, again, I don't know, like if I took out like I don't know, like a Tombstone pizza, or if I took out some other product, I'd have to play with this more to find out. But I wonder how it would behave with other barcodes. So your mileage may vary on that mode, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Tab bar, glasses, tab, 4 of 5, find, tab, 3 of
Let's go to
5.
the find, and
Find people, button.
we have
Detects if there
find
are people around
people.
you.
So
You will hear an alert when a person is detected that appears in front of the camera.
so other than pointing it at me, and it'll just say like one person or whatever. I don't have anyone that I can point the camera at. We're flying solo today, so I can't do that.
Find objects, button.
Find objects. Let's see
Locate
what this
favorites,
does.
heading. Select an
Oh,
object
okay.
or add. Find people, button.
Oh,
Find
okay. Hold on.
objects, button. Locate specific objects in your surrounding. Choose an object from the preloaded list.
Oh, or you can make your own. Okay. So yeah, you can be like, hey, where is my cup, or where are my glasses, or
Find
let's see
objects,
what our objects
favorites,
are.
heading, favorites,
Favorites.
cup, button, bottle, laptop, bus, phone, button, bus, button, bench, button, dog, button, toothbrush, chair, button, all objects, backpack, button,
Okay, let's say chair,
bag,
because
button,
I know there's a
chair,
chair nearby.
finding a chair.
Okay, so we're looking at my computer right now. I'm gonna pan over to the left. Okay, that would be a chair, and it's vibrating. Okay, okay, cool.
Selected, find
So that
objects.
works.
Teach Envision, button.
And then teach Envision, that is of course you can teach it like just like seeing AI, you could teach it a person.
Teach
Like if
Envision.
I go in
Teach the face.
here,
Teach the face. Take 5 pictures of your friend's face and enter their name to add it to recognizable people.
that's
Button.
cool.
Recognizable people. Head. You currently do not have any faces taught.
Oh,
Tap on
okay.
Teach a face to teach Envision to recognize a new person.
Okay, so you can add or remove any of your faces in there. Yeah,
Back
maybe
button.
it is just a preset objects. I don't think you can add
Back
a
button.
custom object. Let me see.
Find objects. Button.
Objects. Let me look
Favorites.
at this one more
Heading.
time.
Backpack. Button. Bed. All object. Backpack.
Oh, okay,
Bed.
there's a
Button.
bunch of
Bed.
stuff.
Bench. Bicycle. Button.
Oh, okay, and then you can add
Double
it to
tap to select.
favorites if I
Actions
want.
available.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, there you go. I think
button.
that's most of its
Back button.
modes.
Find objects. Teach Envision. Button. Tab bar. Selected. Find. Glasses. Tab. Settings. Glasses. Tab.
Now
4.
glasses.
Selected. Glasses. Tab. 4 of 5.
There's a little text up here.
The new AI-powered smart glasses by Envision, empowering the blind and visually impaired to be more independent. Heading. Request a demo. Button. Pair Envision glasses. Button. Glasses already paired. Button.
Okay. So that's largely
Envision.
what is there. And again, I didn't think to grab my wallet with me. What I'm wondering is they didn't have a specific currency mode, but I'm wondering if, like you described a scene or something, if it would tell you like a $1 bill, or maybe even like the short text, like it would recognize the one. Because I know Seeing AI has a currency mode, and I thought that Envision did at one time.
App switcher. Envision.
Let me make sure that there's not
Identify.
identify. I want to see if there's
Detect
more.
colors. Scan barcode. Tab bar. Red.
No?
Tab. Scan bar. Detect. Describe scene. Button.
Okay, I
Captures a
just
photo
wanted
and
to make
describes the scene in
sure.
front of you. Detect color. Scan barcode. Button. Describe scene. Button. Captures a photo and describes the
Hmm.
scene in detect colors. Button. Scan barcode. Button.
Yeah, so there's a couple things I'm, unsure about. I forget what the thing was I was wondering earlier. Oh, the whether it did PDFs or not. That I'm not sure. And then the paper currency thing for US dollars, because we still haven't gotten smart and made our dollar bills separate for different denominations. But that is Envision AI. I think for the text recognition, I think it did a really good. They've drastically improved that. It's really fast, and overall, it seems quite accurate. And what I've tried, and again, for the parts that it didn't recognize, I can totally understand why, because it was not regular text. It was sort of graphic-y kind of text, and so it probably didn't know whether it should, how or if it should recognize that portion of it. So that was totally understandable. Um, if you're, yeah, I mean, if you're wanting another app for text recognition, I think this does a great job. Its other modes generally work pretty well, and the performance is also quite good. Again, your mileage may vary. I wish that it would maybe give you a little bit more targeted information. Again, I'll have to play with more barcodes to see what it does with other products. But I was kind of surprised that it didn't at least tell me what flavor of hamburger helper that I was scanning. Um, and then maybe, like I said, suggesting having iCloud support. Um, that would be another really nice thing for any saved documents in your library. That would be a good idea. And then again, on Google, you've got your Google Drive, so you could do it through there. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, this, especially now that they've made it free, yeah, I mean, download Seeing AI, but download Envision, because Envision, like I said, especially for text, it works pretty darn good. So it's just I mean, and there may be documents where like one app may work better. Like that's why I jump between. Sometimes I use VoiceStream Scanner, sometimes I use Envision, sometimes I use Seeing AI. You just never know what app is gonna um, perform differently, or if it's gonna, what app is gonna recognize what better. It's just like why you should know multiple screen readers if you're a screen reader user, because you never know when it's gonna come in handy. The Envision glasses, I have not personally gotten to use a pair yet. Um, One of our local vendors, I think, maybe either has them or may get them in soon, so I might be able to take a look at them and I can maybe talk about that in a future video. And I do want to talk about them before I wrap up this video because I do think there's a few particular things that I would love to see and that I'm curious about as far as glasses. First off, I do want to say I am very interested in smart glasses that could, especially read text aloud, um, recognize things, but especially for text. Like, yeah, it's not hard holding up my phone for things, but again, even if I'm sitting at my computer and like, how many times have I like, magnifier hasn't worked and I'm in a game and I want to be able to read some pop-up tutorial or some other text in a game that just is not easy for me to read. If I could literally just have my glasses on and then, do a gesture or hit a little button on the side of my glasses and then just have that read aloud, I mean, yeah, the game should be accessible or it should work with magnifier, but if it doesn't, just having that ability and not having to take out my phone, unlock it, um, and then, get the image in focus, just being able to look at something, that would be wonderful. Like, or if I'm out somewhere, I just want to, again, I don't have to take the phone out of my pocket or my pouch. Um, like there are a lot of ways, even as a low vision user, where I would find that to be extremely helpful. And what I'm really waiting for, I know they've sort of opened it up. I don't know to what degree. The thing that I'm really waiting for is I'm not because I think the glasses, I think they're probably at least a couple grand still. Don't quote me on that, and I totally apologize if I was way off. But as I remember it, I think these types of glasses are still fairly expensive, and I would not necessarily be opposed to that if they worked as a multiple platform or multiple app device. Like when I buy a phone for $1,000 now plus, I can't I don't have to say, well, I can only put Envision on there. I can't put Seeing AI on there, or I can put Voice Dream on, but I can't put Kindle. No, I can put whatever I want on there. I don't want a pair of glasses to be tied to a proprietary app. I want like an open API, like if Apple, let's say, came out with some smart glasses, and then I could use Seeing AI, I could use Envision, I could use Scanner, I could, Voice Dream Scanner, I could use whatever I wanted. Then I would be more willing to pay a little bit, even if it was still, $1,000 or better, like I would actually consider it then. But if I can only really, if it's tied to one or two closed in apps, and that's why I don't like a lot of these other, like Android, or even there's some iPad CCTV thing that you can get now, like where I can't remember what it is. There's one that's like, it's like 4 grand, and you have to buy the iPad from them because you can't just go buy the app for $100 or something. It has to be specially hard loaded onto this iPad. Well, I'm a nerd. I upgrade my iPad every couple of years, and I'll be damned if I'm going to spend 4 grand every year. Every couple of years, I want to upgrade a CCTV. It's not going to happen. So, you know, I understand, especially the traditional assistive technology market is, that's kind of the way they've done. They like to lock it to hardware because they can make it better. It's integrated. They can work better together, and yeah, they can charge a lot more. Um, but with a lot of these mainstream apps, and like I said, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't pay for them because yeah, if an app is worth it, I will absolutely pay for it. I paid $100 for KNFB Reader when it came out because that was the only thing that was really out at the time, and it for what it needed to do, it did a great job. I paid for it on sale, but I bought the lifetime subscription for Envision. Um, I bought Voice Dream Reader, and I bought the one time when he charged for an upgrade. I mean, heck, if he said that he had to switch over the iOS version to a subscription base like he did with the recent Mac release, I would be like, you know what? As much as I use this app, I'll fork over. I would absolutely pay a subscription for Voice Dream because it's an app I use. And so, for like a CCTV app or an app like Envision, if it provides you a service, even something like Ira or something, if you really need it, um, it may be worth paying for. And like I said, if there was a thing where, I had to pay, let's say, $100 or something, sure. If it did what I needed it to do and did it well, absolutely. But man, charging like 4 grand for like a tablet stand and an app. Now, granted, I know that you get an iPad Pro and it's like, probably $1,200 or so, give or take, depending on what storage size you get. But that seems a wee bit ridiculous to me. I know we're a little bit off topic, but it all does tie together, you know. So back to the Envision glasses. I'm gonna kind of watch things, and I'm going to hopefully get a chance to try them out in person because I would like to see how well they do work, and if it would be something I would be interested in investing in. But again, that being said, I really want this. I want whatever glasses I eventually get, if I do get one. I want it to be an open platform. I want it to just be like, oh, like a braille display or a keyboard or whatever. Like I can just be like, I want to use this app with it. Like if I had to buy a Logitech keyboard and I could only use that with Pages, and then if I wanted to use Word on my iPhone, I had to go get I don't know, what is another brand of keyboard, like a Kingston or something, or like whatever brand. That's dumb. But that's kind of the way that the assistive technology field is kind of treating things like right now. And so I hope that is able to open up more. But I like what's there. I really do. And the other thing that, like, the other concern that I know a lot of even mainstream tech people are concerned about is, the reason that Google Glass kind of failed is people weren't really ready for it. If somebody was wearing glasses that could record you at any time, like now, at least like with your phone, you have to at least try to really be discreet about it. But like, you know, if you just had a camera on your glasses and could just look around and like, be recording either visual or audio um, at any time, you know, privacy concerns totally understandable. I mean, heck, you can do that right now with the phone. Like, won't mention any names, but I've been recorded um, without my permission before, and then it's been shared out on the internet before. Not a big fan of that. So that can happen. Um, but if you have something that's really easily able to do, like like a Google Glass or smart glasses of some kind, that's something that you kind of have to like make it clear that you're recording, or that because people will, if they see that you have some sort of camera glassesy things, like you can't wear that in here. I mean, there's already places where where they say you can't use your phone in here. I'm like, well, I'm using it as a tool. I'm not taking pictures. I'm using it to magnify. And so some places will let you get away with that, some places won't. But there are cases where you cannot do that. So there are some security and privacy concerns. Like I said, I mean, even with your camera video or recording audio with let's say like with the voice memos app or something, you can sneakily record people and then stuff with that. So not cool. But though, like I said, the core is there, and I really like what Envision has, especially for their text mode has gotten way better, way better. So like I said, it is totally free for everybody now. So even if you have Seeing AI, even if you have Voice Stream Reader, Voice Stream Scanner, hey, it's free. Download it, give it a shot. You might like it because, like I said, especially with the text related stuff, I was pretty impressed, and I think it did a great job. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys found it helpful. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally cited, illegally cited.com, and right here on YouTube. So until next time, chat with everybody again later.